Hello everyone, this is Twinkle. Welcome to our DABCT YouTube channel. Today we are going to read a very interesting and meaningful story written by Antonio Chekhov. Antonio Chekhov was a famous Russian writer and dramatist. He is known for writing short stories about human life and emotion. His story often show kindness, morality, and social problems. The Beggar is one of his popular short stories. Some other famous writings of Antonio Chekhov is The Vet, The Lady with Dog, etc. Now we'll start the story. Okay. Before we start, just close your eyes for a moment and imagine you are walking on the road and suddenly a person comes to you. He looks tired and hungry. He tells you a sad story and asks for money. Now, what will you do? Will you believe him or doubt him? Now imagine, what if that person is actually lying? Would you still help him? What if your one decision could completely change his life? So, today we are going to explore that powerful idea in the story. The story is The Beggar. Here, in this story, we'll see there are three main characters. The first one is the Luskov. He is a beggar. The second one is the Sergey. He is a lawyer or advocate. The third is the Olga. She is a kind of cook in Sergey's house. So, at the beginning of the story, and in your book, in the first stanza, we'll see a beggar asking for help. The beggar says that he has not eaten for 3 days and he has no place to stay. He tells people that he was a school teacher who lost his job because of some problem. Here, the beggar is trying to get sympathy for others, and now when he meets Sergey, the lawyer Sergey carefully looks at him and suddenly remembers something. He realizes that earlier, the same man had told a different story. He had said he had said that he was a student. So Sergey understands that the beggar is lying and making excess to get money. When Sergey questions him, the beggar gets nervous and tries to defend himself. He says, "No, no, I am a teacher, and even I can show you my papers." But Sergey does not believe him. He directly tells him, "You are lying. You are lying. Earlier, you said you were a student who has expelled." Then Sergey becomes angry and upset because he does not like dishonesty. He even says that this kind of behavior is wrong and he calls the police. Then the beggar finally admits the truth. He accepts that he was lying. So, students, in this part, we had seen that beggar is caught in a lie, and this becomes a very important moment in the story. So, students, now see the second stanza of your book. Instead of giving him money, Sergey decides to help him in a better way. So, Sergey asks him for do. So, Sergey asks him to chop wood. Then he tells the beggar that if he wants money, he must work for it. Then Sergey asks him to chop wood. The beggar agrees, but he is very weak and not really willing to work. At this point, Sergey calls his cook Olga and tells her to take the beggar and give him guns. Now comes the most important character of the story, Olga. When Sergey tells the beggar to chop wood, the beggar goes with Olga to the shed. But he is very weak, lazy, and addicted to alcohol, so he is not able to work properly. He tries to chop wood, but he cannot do it. At this time, Olga becomes very angry and starts scolding him. She calls him lazy and irresponsible, but at the same time, she also feels pity for him. So, secretly, Olga chops the wood herself while the beggar just stands there. This happens many times. Whenever the beggar comes for work, Olga does the work for him but also keeps scolding him for his bad habits. Because of this, beggar slowly starts to feel ashamed of himself. He realized that someone is helped him and he is doing nothing. This makes him think about his life. So students, always kindness and strict behavior together help the beggar to change. We can say that the Loskop reforms and find a job. He gives up drinking alcohol. Later, he gets a better job as a notary in Russia. Then we'll see the third stanza in your book, and we can say that the ending of the beautiful story. In the last part of the story, after 2 years, Sergis meets the beggar again. At first, he does not recognize him, but then he sees that the beggar is now well dressed and confident. When Sergis asks him what he is doing now, the beggar says that he is working as a notary and earning a good salary. Sergis feels very happy because he thinks that he helped the beggar and changes his life. But then the beggar tells the real truth. He says that the real person who changed his life was Olga, not Sergei. He explained that Olga used to do his work for him and also scold him for his bad habits. Her kindness and care made him feel ashamed and helped him leave his drinking habit. Because of her, he started working honestly and improved his life. In the end, the beggar thanks Sergei but gives full credit to Olga for his transformation. The students, just think this story teaches us to kind and helpful to others. It also tells us that we should always speak the truth instead of only giving money. We should help people to work and improve their life. It also shows that even a small help changes a person's life. Students, look at here. This is some difficult words from your chapter. So now the beggar teaches an important lesson about humanity and compassion. Small acts of kindness can bring big change in someone's life. So be kind, be honest, and help others to become better. So, student, this was the story of the beggar. I hope you understood it clearly. If you have any doubts, feel free to write them in the comment box. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.